Okay, I'm having to do this over again. This is your heads up of what's coming. We may see this year. I heard that today that President Obama gave some kind of order to get this warning out. And I tell you, you never saw it like the Lord showed me this back in 1988. These are 7 open visions. In 1988, I was staying in Bangs, Texas, under David Terrell's ministry. And I got up one morning in February, went back to bed, laid on the Davenport, and what happened, my body became catatonic, and the Lord took me out for a full 45 minutes into America's future. And into America and Canada. And I actually saw the coming destruction. There's 2 quakes coming. The first one's going to be 9.2, 9.3. It's going to happen. It's going to be collateral damage, very little people damage, but not too many people killed. But the second one is the one that's going to bring total devastation. There won't be no survivors. And that's going to be because of Nibiru. And it wasn't until last spring, the spring of this year, or 2015, that I remember the sun coming up in the west over the Pacific, and that has to do with the pole shift. So the timing of these visions were hidden in plain sight. God likes doing that. So I'm going to make this bigger. You don't. The website, that's no longer, I don't think it is. That's my email and cell number. So I'm open for people to call me. The Lord has also provided me with the instructions of what to do. Okay? What you have to move away from the West Coast. But God has a plan that is going to work for you. This is the first vision of its kind. As you can see, that I grew up in the Church of Christ. 1975, I came to the Lord. And it wasn't until about 1981, but about a 7-year period there, that the Lord took me out on various missionary journeys across Canada. I was on a 1981, I was on a skateboard journey across Canada. In 84, on a bike trip, I was taking a stand against abortion. And the last one was 86, where the Lord gave me a vision to carry across from Selden, Alberta to Expo 86 in Vancouver. All right. So you can just pause this and read. February 1988. I was just getting ready to go back home to Canada. I think at the time I was living in Vancouver. And that's when the Spirit of the Lord fell on me. I still remember getting up, going to the restroom. We had white sheets for curtains. I think we had the drywall or sheetrock on the walls. So I got up and wasn't quite, just starting to break light. Came back, laid down. And when I did, I didn't know what hit me. It just hit me like a moving truck. Became catatonic. I was fully aware of my surroundings. And yet, in front of me, I saw a screen where the movie was playing out, and was aware of being in the movie. That was kind of cool. So the Spirit of the Lord came in like this 7 times over 45 minutes. I'll just give you a little backup so you could pause and read this. It wasn't until 5 years later, in 1993, that I actually wrote these out. I was scared to death for a whole year after the visions. I had to ask the Lord to take away the impact because I just couldn't handle it. And when you're in the visions like this, you taste and breathe everything in the natural, but you taste and breathe and see, and you're fully aware of the hearts of people, their emotions, their thinking, everything. Okay, maybe I'll just come back, just use this as an intro. This will be an 8-part video, and I believe we're very close to this happening. With, in the visions, I was not aware. I saw the fear in the faces of the people, especially at the newspaper office, but I did not know the reason for the fear. And I knew there was stuff happening south of the border that was causing fear, but this was great fear. And at the time, I did not know about the dwarf star, Nibiru, Nemesis, Destroyer, whatever you call it. I wasn't aware of it. And when I started studying on it about a little over a year ago, that's when I consciously remember looking west over the Pacific, and I could see the early rays. You know how the rays kind of come up before the sun comes up? It was like that. And just recently, in the last few days, the Lord showed me there was a hidden meaning in that this vision has to do with the early beginnings of the unveiling of the sons of God. And this is the only thing that's going to bring forth a moving of God's Spirit on the West Coast to bring in the harvest before the judgment. So, long as the vision is happening, you know that you're safe. But once the harvest is gathered, that's it. The hammer's going to be coming down. And it could well be this year. Because I didn't know about Nibiru, but Nibiru's there now. And we're going to see the flyby, it looks like, this spring. So get ready, folks. Just remember that the Father has given me a plan for evacuation. That's why I left you my phone number and email. And that I'm in the final stage of putting the plans together. Because in the vision, the plans were complete in the vision here. And I'm just, I need about $2,500 to build, finish off these cabin sets so I can take the final blueprints, and these cabins would be done. Okay, so I'm going to cut it here. Come back with the first vision.